Alright, so this video is for one of loyal subscribers here, Moparteen. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Moparteen. You know who you are. Shout out to you. He requested that I make a video because he's renting a Hellcat with his grandpa soon, and he wanted to see some of the features in the dash menu and the Uconnect menu. So I'm gonna turn around this camera and show you, Moparteen, how the dashboard menu, or the how to change the dashboard menu and Uconnect menu. So let me turn it around. So here's the menu in the dash, right? So you got your TAC here and you got your speed here. It's miles per hour because we're in the United States. And how to change it is this button right here in the steering wheel. So my setting, I like my speedo on miles per hour right in the middle so I can see. If you change it, it's right here in this button. So if you scroll down right here, up and down, side to side, right? Let me widen this thing so you can actually see. All right, right here. So if you pull down, you'll get into the vehicle info menu. So you'll see your tire gauge, your TPMS, and if you go left or right, I'm gonna go press right arrow, and you'll see the engine specifications, your coolant temperature, your transmission temperature, your oil temperature, oil pressure, your oil life. You'll see all that in the first scroll down from the speedo menu. Okay, so let's go back up from the speedo menu here. You can, as you can see there, you can change it to kilometers per hour by pressing OK. But if you go left or right arrow right here, left or right arrow, you can change that also, that view right there. Right there, you press OK, it goes to kilometers per hour. Right there. So the first option is speedo, and second is the vehicle info, and second, press more down, you'll see the race options, or what you call is the performance pages within this. So you'll get the top speed, you'll get the performance for 0 to 60, then you'll get the 0 to 100, 1/8 mile, 1/4 mile, braking distance, your G-forces. You'll see it all here. Lap timer, lap history, and top speed right there. Scroll one more time down, you see the fuel economy. So you'll see that average miles per hour, all these things. Scroll one more page down, you'll see your trip info. You can change it from there by pressing OK, holding down the OK to reset all this. And then you have the audio if you're connected, to device, or you're playing audio. I'm not playing audio because I don't want to be demonetized. Then your messages, if there's any messages the car's trying to tell you. And then your screen setup is right here, so you can set up your screen the way you want it. You press OK to enter into the screen setup. And then you can pick what you want, but I don't want to change anything here because this is how I want it. You can set up this middle screen to how you want it to look. This is how I want mine to look. I have my MPGs up there, I have my temperature, outside temperature, my mile range, and the speedo in the middle. That's how I want it, so I don't want to change any of that. So that's how it is. So you go up to, so you can change all that stuff. Press this to exit. So then you scroll some more, and then you're back. Speed warning, diagnostics, speed warning if you want that. I don't want any of that. So diagnostics is right there. Then you're back to miles per hour. So if you scroll down again, scroll up or down, right? If I always scroll down, that's my habit. You'll see your vehicle info, performance pages, fuel economy, trip info, audio, messages, screen setup, speed warning, diagnostics. So there's 10 pages within this screen alone. So you can customize it through this buttons right here. Okay, so this other buttons right here is for your cruise control. If you have adaptive cruise control, it's going to be right here, but Hellcats don't have adaptive cruise control. Mine has a light up steering wheel, so that's another thing there. Now in the Uconnect page, you have the SRT dashboard, or you have the SRT button right here. All right, I automatically go to the SRT button, I double click it, it goes to my custom setup. But my custom setup, I usually am on sport, and then sport on steering, and that's how my custom setup is. So you can set up your driving modes from this page, right, by pressing that SRT button or that SRT dashboard over there. So you can put it on track, you can put it on sport, custom, auto. Okay, so your race option are down here. You can click that and you have your launch control, right? You can set up your RPM up and down to this arrow right here. For launch control, your shift light is over here if you want to turn it on. Mine is off. You probably need to turn it on. And then you have your race cooldown right there, which when you're racing, you press it on. When you turn it on, it will divert the AC to the blower or to the supercharger, so the supercharger is a lot cooler. So that's your SRT from here. But if you press SRT dashboard like that, you'll get more options, right? So you got your performance pages and your race option. We just look at the race options. For me, it's line locked, which means you can do a burnout. Just follow instruction on the screen. Launch control, shift light, race cooldown. And then you have your drive modes, which you can pick how you want your car to perform, right? And then, as you can see, if you have the red key is right there. If it's not a red key, then you might have to pay extra to rent it with a red key. So this is your settings, right? Custom, sport, track, however you want it. If you're gonna use sport, be careful. This will allow you to really slide the car around. So if you give it some juice, it will kick the back out. So this is the setting that you want if you really want a sporty driving, and the traction control is still on, but it will allow you to play around a little bit. So if you want to do a rolling burnout or kick the back out a little bit, this is the setting to be. Obviously if you're on the track, you'll be on the track, but be careful of the sport mode on the Hellcat. It will get you in trouble if you do not know how to drive. I just want to have that disclaimer, and I'm going to put the disclaimer in the bottom of the screen to remind you. So now, this is the dashboard. You also have your performance pages, which takes a while to load. In the Jeep, SRT, Trackhawk, Challenger, Charger, Hellcats, Capac, it takes a while to load. That's just the way Uconnect works, right? So in here, you'll see your home screen, which shows your horsepower, all that stuff, right? Boost pressure, as you can see, it increases if I give a little gas. You got your timers, right? You got your gauges here. You know the gauges can change to oil temp, PSI, all that stuff. Play around with it. It's not a big deal. Your G-forces is here. Your engine measures are here, and then your dyno if you want to look at some dyno stuff too. This is the performance pages area. Is a fun little computer thing that you can play around in, built in, so you can look at the performance of the car, or how you want to drive, all that stuff. But you can always go back to this area right here. Okay, so hopefully this is comprehensive enough for you to drive your rental car. Anyways, now your other question about shifting, right? So if you press it on drive and you use paddle shifters, it will you can shift it in any mode. Okay, shift up and down, right? So going down on gears, going up on gears, but at a certain RPM it will shift by itself if it's on this position. But if you put it on this position, it's full manual. So you can either use this up and down here, okay, low gear, high gear, right there. So you can hold that if your grandpa is used to using it here. But if you know how to use your paddle shifter, you can use that. But it has to be in this full manual mode, like so right now, where you can use the paddles without not shifting at certain RPMs. If you forget to shift, it will stay in that gear. Okay, so be careful also with this mode. It's full manual. It will only shift if you shift it yourself. It will not shift by itself. If it's on this one, a regular drive mode, you can use the paddle shifters, but it will shift at certain RPMs to protect the engine, right? Obviously, right? So if you want full manual, you gotta push it to the left. You can use it here, up and down, right? Up is up, you know, down is down, increase gears, lower gears, you know, that's how it goes. But if you are paddle shifting it, it will not shift, just to make sure. Hopefully that's clear. If you have any more questions, put it in the comments below, and you know, I'll try to answer best I can. So that's how it works. That's how the Hellcat works. I don't know what else I haven't covered. All your settings are down here for your, you know, the brightness and your or your headlights are all here. Okay, trunk release is right here. So brightness of your dash is right here, so you can turn that brightness on and off right here. Okay, dim, full light all over the car, you know, dim as you can. This is in this wall right here. All right, so I'm hoping that I gave you all the information that you needed to allow you to enjoy your rental. But my caveat is, be careful, drive with caution, respect the car, has so much power, and make sure you drive within your skills. That's all my tips for you. Put in the comments below, hit the like and share if you want to share this with everybody. All right, take care for now. We'll talk to you soon. Mo Partin, shout out to you. Take care. Bye for now.